For years, Apple's on-device intelligence lived in a walled garden. Its models ran locally, they were private, and they stayed strictly Apple's own. At WWDC on June 9th, 2026, that quietly changed. Apple opened its foundation models framework to third-party models and multi-agent routing. And today we're walking through what that unlocks for developers. To really see the shift, let's follow a single request as it travels through the updated framework. It begins on device. Apple's local foundation model handles the request right on the phone or Mac, fast and private. And new this year, it could take images as input, not just text, so the on-device model sees more of what the user is working with. At the center sits the new routing layer, dynamic profiles. This is what makes multi-agent workflows possible. Instead of one model doing everything, a profile decides which model or agent should handle each piece of a task and coordinates the handoffs between them. From there, a request can reach a third-party model. Through the very same Swift API, your app can call something like Claude or Gemini server-side. So the developer writes one interface, and Apple routes the work to whichever model fits, on-device or external. And backing all of this is private cloud compute. Apple added a free tier of it for smaller developers, reportedly those under 2 million first-time App Store downloads. So heavy requests can run in Apple's privacy-focused cloud without an immediate bill attached. Now, zooming out, what did developers actually get in this update? 3 capabilities that stand out. First, image input. The foundation models framework can now take pictures as well as text, so apps can reason over what the user is seeing, a photo, a screenshot, a document, without bolting on a separate vision service. Next comes support for outside models. Calling Claude or Gemini through Apple's own Swift API means developers stay inside one familiar toolchain while reaching models Apple doesn't make. That's a notable opening for a company that usually keeps everything in-house. Third, the tooling. Xcode 27 adds agentic coding, where an AI assistant can take on multi-step development work inside the IDE itself. Combined with dynamic profiles, Apple is clearly leaning into agent-style workflows, not just single prompts. So here's the before and after, side by side. The real story is a change in philosophy. Before, the model was on-device and Apple only. Everything ran locally with strong privacy, but you were limited to Apple's own models and mostly to text. If you wanted a frontier model or image understanding, you left Apple's framework entirely. After, it's a hybrid, multi-model setup. On-device stays the default, but dynamic profiles can route to third-party models and coordinate multiple agents, all through one Swift API. Apple keeps privacy at the core while finally letting other models into the flow. Okay, let's lock in the takeaways before we finish. At WWDC on June 9th, Apple's foundation models framework gained image input and the ability to call third-party models server-side through the same Swift API. Dynamic profiles is the new routing layer that enables multi-agent workflows, deciding which model or agent handles each part of a task. Apple added a free private cloud compute tier, reportedly for developers under 2 million first-time downloads, plus agentic coding in Xcode 27. In short, Apple opened its on-device AI to outside models and agent routing. If you enjoy breakdowns like this, you'll find plenty more waiting at Standarity.com. Catch you in the next one.